Hey guys, this is Derek from Pacific Coast Auto here in Japan, and we're taking a look here at a year 2002 Subaru Impreza WRX STi. This one here is the JDM one because we are in Japan, and so that's the EJ20, 280-ish horsepower, probably more than the actual 280 that they said that it has. Nice big intercooler, and this one has intercooler water spray, and so you get the nice little nozzle in there that spritzes the intercooler with water, and so that pulls the heat away from the intercooler so that you can get more brum brum brum. And speaking of which, you do get the nice brum brum because you had the unequal length headers coming from the factory that gives you that burbly sound. The last year that they had the burbly sound because they went to equal length after this. Okay, so this one has 128,778 kilometers on it, painted WR blue. The STi has the 6-speed manual and the STi calipers on it. I'm sorry, Brembo calipers. Nice big gold calipers on big discs. Very cool. Aftermarket pillow mounts at the top so they can get some extra camber. And actually all the fenders have been rolled and pulled out to fit a bigger tire. And these ones on here are a winter tire, and so probably these, they weren't pulled out in order to fit these. Obviously those should fit properly. And so likely they had the car lower and more aggressive wheels and tires on it previously. Okay, nothing else aftermarket in here except for that suspension part. I did check the coolant, it is thumbs up, and I checked the oil and it is thumbs up. You got a little bit of peeling on the intake here, pretty common on the Subarus, and the STi gets the wrinkle paint, the WRX doesn't. Close the hood here. Come on. There we go. Okay, give you a quick look of the awesomeness that is World Rally Blue Impreza. And now we're going to look at the auction sheet. Okay, so 2002 Impreza WRX, four-wheel drive turbo WRX STi. It's a 2-liter engine, octograde 4 with an interior and exterior grade of B. 128, 778, 6-speed manual. The WRX gets a 5-speed, this one gets the 6-speed. And with those short gear ratios, it makes this a much quicker car. HKS adjustable suspension, Brembo calipers, those are stock. Fujitsu exhaust, and it sounds really nice. Winter tires in the car right now, and here's the auctions inspector notes. Interior dirty and scratched seat wear, front bumper, one part of the cover is missing. I'm going to show you that right away. That's for towing the vehicle. You thread in the hook in there because cars nowadays don't have an exterior hook that's hanging out like older cars used to. Okay, the arches of the wheels have been modified. And so these have been rolled, like I said, in order to fit the more aggressive wheels and tires. They clamp in the inside, so it gives you about an extra centimeter or so. And they've even pulled them out a little bit. If you take a look at the diagram here, U2, 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 U2. All of these are where they pulled it out, and the fender is a little bit bent out in order to fit that extra tire. It's a little bit hard to see, but it's bent out like that, and that was intentional. Okay, there also is a U2 dent here, so a medium dent there. The roof has a number of dents on it. The auction sheet didn't mention, but there's also a crack in the paint in the roof where one of the dents is. You can see it right there. Okay, the hood has marks from being removed. The back panel has a small bend in it, various scratches. Console panel has been painted blue. And look at this, you have a mirror cover that is blue as well. You can see the headliner a little bit is coming off. Inside the car it doesn't look bad. You can't even see that, but from out of the car you can see it a little bit. Okay, paint marks on the back, and then scratches on the front. So the scratches on the front, they said A2. It's really not that bad. You have some tiny little corner scratches. And here too. And then this section has been painted with a spray paint, kind of a color matching spray paint. Same thing as the back here where they said it has paint marks, which is right here. And with a spray paint, you're never going to get the same look as a regular paint, especially one that has some pearlescent look in it. And then the U2 is right on the door section here. So have a close look. And it does stand out a lot, but it looks like a fairly easy dent to be fixed without paint. Okay, so that's everything on this sheet, so I'm going to go once around the car now. The car's quite dirty at the moment. For some reason this month all the cars are coming in super dirty. Might have something to do with pollen or something. I don't really know. Okay, the car looks really good with these wheels on them. I thought that lady was talking to me. Picnic table spoiler on the back. It says in the back bumper here, the spirit of Subaru. Which I don't quite understand what the spirit of Subaru is, but it sounds pretty awesome. Also it says STi inside for the fuel cap there. Now watch this, is the magic JDM tree, which turns everything super light. Oh, it doesn't work that much. Usually everything turns super light because the camera freaks out at having a dark tree in front of it. Okay, so the GDB Impreza, that's the chassis code for this. I very much like them. This is the final year of the round headlights. And you get a little bit of a different treatment here. Now typically this block here is not part of the grille, but this is a different aero package that is from the factory. And there were a bunch of them. There's probably like 4 different front bumper and grille treatments that came from the factory depending on the spec that you got. I think this one looks really good with the under spoiler in gray down there, and then these little side pieces for the lip. And then of course it looks good with the headlights and the fog lights. The 2 circles is a good look. Extra little intake here, and then HKS stickers is a good touch. Usually I don't like stickers that much, but these ones, I like the subtlety of them. These markers have been changed to something that I don't like. I think changed back to the originals would look better. And some of the factory ones have carbon fiber pieces here, direct from the factory as an STi little upgrade. Black headlights with the city light LED inside there, and then projector and standard beam. Good look. Okay. So W2 on the roof, I already showed you that cracked paint, but if you look right here, there's also some paint marks. See how it's kind of cloudy? So there is that. And then once the vehicle's clean, you'll be able to see it without all of these white spots here. You can see. Sorry. Super sorry. I would love to have somebody come and wash the cars here, but we just are not rich enough. It's a sad story. Okay, so let's go to the inside of the car here. Good value for money for these cars. They're going to be sought after for years to come. And luckily there are lots of them in Japan. Because for a while, the STi and the Evo were kind of the only 2 big sports cars in Japan. Some could argue the Fairlady as well, but a lot of people didn't like the Fairlady because they went away from the turbos. So seats look good with the STi marks on there. The blue and black combination is a good look. So much for the previous owner that he made his console blue too. Now the paint on there is a little bit sucky. Have a close look. But overall, I think it's not so bad. You don't notice the sucky paint that much. The natural throw of the shifter is pretty short. This is the original, it's not a short shifter or anything. Then you get a Momo steering wheel. And it smells so good inside this car. I just want to sit here and breathe in my nose. It would be a sad day if you're congested. So automatic or manual intercooler water spray, and then let's turn fog lights on because fog lights are cool. And now let's turn them off because I don't want to forget. Power steering is good, AC is good, shifting is good, clutch feels good, engine response is good. No ashtray, which is okay because smoking in your car is dumb. You heard it here first. A little bit of damage to the dashboard there with a glue mark. Headliner is nice and clean. And folding mirrors. Everybody loves the folding mirrors. They're on every car in Japan. And once you've lived here for 10 years like I have, it doesn't feel as special. But if your car is not in Japan, then it is a little bit more special. Oh, let's open the trunk. Okay, back seats are pretty standard fare. And typical of all Subarus, the GC, actually not all, but all Imprezas up until at least this generation, but the GC is for sure, this black paint turns into silver when it gets worn away. So you need to spray that. Okay, I think you get a decent amount of space in here. You can have a family of 4 in one of these. You could a family of 5, but that would be a little bit too much if you have car seats. Lots and lots and lots of room, especially for a car that's this fun to drive. And these are really fast. And they feel really stable. A lot of people like the GC because it's lighter. But that car, I think, is scarier at speed than this car is. And so I would prefer one that feels more composed at speed than one that is slightly faster but floppier. That being said, this is going to be the end of the video, so I hope you enjoyed this one. This is always a wonderful car to check out. I'm glad that there are so many of them in Japan to pick and to buy and to export. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching, and have a nice day.